Hi and welcome to Casual DIY channel. In today's episode we've got unboxing and review of Titan pillar drill. It's a Screwfix own brand. The number is TTB541DBT. Who is making these names up? So we'll unbox it, we'll run some tests, and I'll give you my score at the end of the video. So let's get to it. Let's check what we've got in the box. So what we've got here, guys, obviously the manual drill press, 700 watts, so should be fairly powerful. Obviously the arms, but even some batteries. There must be a hidden feature I'm not aware of yet. We've got the guard. Not sure if I'm gonna actually install that or not. We'll see. We've got the 4-inch vise. The base, it's actually quite big, bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is good. We've got the table here. It's actually quite light, guys, so we'll see what about the quality. It's actually quite good with the, I'm not sure if you can see it, it's got the grooves inside, so you can use some clamping mechanism. So that's quite good. As you can see, the machine is absolutely huge. Obviously 700 watts motor, so that's fairly powerful for the price. Hopefully this will last me a lot longer than the pillar drill I actually had from Lidl, which actually just fall apart. So I'm hoping this will do a better job. So let's take it out and let's put it together. That's the keyless chuck. I'm quite curious how this is going to perform. That's the rest of the guard. Some sort of a handle for something. And that's the arm for the tabletop. Ring of some description. All the nuts and bolts. No idea what that is. Now that's the pillar. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's actually 1 meter long, so there should be a lot of working space here. Now this thing, that's gonna go probably on the pillar itself, and to what I think this will be, it's actually for the tabletop to go up and down. I think this is going to be a very good solution and an easy way to adjust the tabletop height. and then the head I'll leave it in the box for now. I'm just going to start putting the rest together on the designated space where this actually is going to sit. We've got the stand where we want it. We're going to attach the column now. Attaching the chuck. So basically what the instruction says, we need to remove the film that protects the part with some white spirit. And as per instructions, we need to use a piece of wood on the table and then gently lower the chuck down, putting an equal pressure until the chuck is engaged. Seems quite stable. So I also got a laser on this machine, that's why I've got some batteries, although that is not explained in the manual at all. So let's put them in and see if it works. And yeah, the laser works, which is always good. So another feature that is worth mentioning, the table itself, you can rotate it to a 45-degree angle, although the adjustment for it is not very good. So basically there's a bolt here that you can unscrew and then you can adjust your angles, but it's not the easiest way to adjust that, in my opinion. So the drill itself's got quite an impressive amount of speeds. As you can see, it's actually at the front of the machine, which is always helpful as a guidance or what speed do you need and how to set it up. So obviously, as I mentioned before, it's 700 watts, so quite powerful. And as you can see, we go from 210 RPMs to right up to 3040 RPM. So quite a versatile tool. Let's just hope it's going to work correctly. So let's adjust the speed of the machine. First of all, we need to remove the screw or loosen it. And that's what we've got inside of the machine. So obviously by adjusting the belts, where they sit on these will reduce or increase the speed. So I'll find the right one I want and I'll try to adjust them. First thing we need to do to change the speed of this is to loosen the belt tension. To do so, we've got 2 screws on each side here, and then with this handle we pull the whole engine right to the center of the machine, which is reducing the tension on the belts themselves. So I found the right speed I want for myself, and I'm just going to use the guide that's located on here, and obviously you can use the one that's located at the front of the machine to adjust it to the correct speed. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Obviously now we need to tension the belts. So we're using this handle to take them apart. The belts you should be able to squeeze them right up to 13 millimeters. So this is where about more or less I am now. Tighten the screws. And we're all set. The whole machine is now fully assembled. As you can see, it's not a difficult task. It all comes together. I've got this piece left and I've got no idea what it is. If you do know what it is, leave me a comment below, because I can't really see any explanation for this part in the instructions, or well, it doesn't seem I'm actually missing anything. So let me know. That's what's left. God knows what that is. If you do, let me know in the comments. So let's check if the machine actually works. It's actually not that loud as well, which is a good point. One thing that I'm actually missing here, guys, I think is a quick stop button somewhere at the front of the machine. That would definitely help out a lot when you actually, need to stop straight away, because trying to find that button could be quite fiddly. Okay, let's drill some holes then. I'm going to install a bit like this. It's a wood bit. See how the laser works. Right, the laser, as you can see, it's quite a cool addition to the drill press, and let's just have a look how it's going to perform. As you can see, no issues here, and it actually went straight where the laser was pointing, so that's very good. Let's change it to a bigger bit and see how it performs there. So the changing of the bits is very simple, and thanks to the keyless chuck, quite effortless, so that's a good thing. Again, no issues there. Fairly clean cut. There's basically eyeballing it, that I cannot see any major wobble in the chuck itself, so that's very, very good. Okay, let's try a force snippet, see how it performs with that. Okay, as you can see, absolutely no issues whatsoever. Very, very nice and clean cut there. Let's put it to the proper test. Seven and a half centimeters force snippet. If it can handle this, this machine should handle everything. Let's have a look. As you can see, it did handle the 7.5 centimeters force snippet quite well, but obviously it wasn't the correct usage of that bit. That should be done on very low RPMs, about 300, but I actually left it intentionally because I wanted to see and check if it's going to lose power, if it's going to start, you know, clogging up and going slow. And obviously I wasn't putting much pressure on the handle, just not to overdo it. But as you've seen on the video, it actually didn't happen. It stayed as powerful as it was. It did not lose any RPMs whatsoever. So I think if I change the RPMs to 300 as it should be, there wouldn't be any issues with cutting the whole board through. As you can see, it actually done quite a good job, but it was starting to burn the edges because of the fast RPMs. So all in all, so far, I'm quite impressed. So far I've been drilling in pine and there was no issues whatsoever, but just to make sure, let's try to drill in some hardwood. I've got a piece of as a glue up of walnut and an oak, I think, and some sapele in it. So let's have a look how it performs with those three types of wood. As you can see, obviously there is no issues with it whatsoever. The machine is not losing speed. Again, for hardwoods I would actually recommend using lower RPMs, lower speeds. This is just the purpose of this, is just to have a look if it will lose power or if it's struggling with it. But all in all, quite good. So the last test I want to do is to use a piece of metal, see how it copes with drilling through metal. This piece is 3mm thick, so let's have a look. Titan pillar drill TTB541DBT. Who comes up with these names, guys? I've got no idea. So my final thoughts on the machine itself. As you can see, it performs quite well. You know, even with the larger bits like force snippet, 7.5 centimeters, you need to have a bit of power to actually be able to drill holes with that. And as you've seen on the video, it wasn't losing power even on the incorrect speed, which was a lot higher than it should be. So it puts a lot of confidence in me that this machine will perform well. Obviously drilling through steel, there wasn't any issues there either. So all in all, so far so good. The assembly was fairly simple, there wasn't any major issues, although what the hell is that? I still got no idea. I've not seen it in the instructions. If you know, please let me know in the comments, because this will be bothering me to the rest of the days. Obviously the machine comes with a vise as well, so if you need to drill in smaller pieces, it's a perfect solution for you as well. One thing I'm really happy with, which I didn't have in the previous pillar drill, is the laser. It's actually very useful. It's quite a good piece of equipment there. The chuck is also very good. You don't need a key, and just moves smoothly, and there's no issues with changing the bits at all. All in all, I think it's a very good tool. It's quite easy to change the speeds as well. Obviously it's a fairly big machine. It's got a lot of power, 700 watts, so for the price I've paid for it, I think you will not get a better deal. Mechanically the machine is sound, drill holes, not losing speed, very good equipment. I will recommend it to anybody. Obviously if something will go wrong with the machine later on as I'm going to be using it, I will let you know, and I will update this course if anything goes wrong. As always guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe to my channel and leave me that like button below, and hopefully I will see you on the next review or on the next project. Till then, take care.